In 1968, a physicist who had just won the Nobel Prize set up particle detectors in a chamber beneath the second pyramid of Giza. Luis Alvarez wasn't digging. He was catching cosmic rays as they fell through 2 million tons of stone, using the sky itself as an X-ray machine. He was hunting for hidden chambers. It was the first scan of a pyramid in human history. 57 years later, an Italian research team pointed radar satellites at that same pyramid and announced that the real secret was never inside it. It was below it, thousands of feet below it. Physicists say what they're describing is impossible to see. Egypt says it isn't there. The team says 4 different satellites all saw the same thing. So, what is actually under the second pyramid? The claim comes from the Khafre Project. Radar scientist Filippo Biondi and Corrado Malanga of the University of Pisa announced in March 2025. The pushback comes from radar archaeologist Lawrence Conyers, from Egypt's most famous Egyptologist, Zahi Hawass, and from physics itself. And the tiebreaker is already being built. An international team called ScIDEP is preparing to scan Khafre's pyramid with muon detectors, the modern version of Alvarez's cosmic ray experiment, the same method that found a real hidden void in the Great Pyramid in 2017, published in Nature. Everyone in this story exists. The war is real. Let's take it apart. March 2025. A press conference in Italy. On screen, radar tomography renders of the Khafre Pyramid. Not the stones above the sand, but the rock beneath them. And in the renders, descending from the pyramid's base, 8 vertical structures, cylindrical, running in pairs, each one wrapped in what the team describes as a spiral, like a screw thread or a descending ramp, coiling down around a central core. Depth, around 2,000 feet. More than half a kilometer of vertical shaft, ending in 2 enormous cube-shaped chambers, each the size of a city block. And according to the team, the structures keep going below even that. Within days, the renders are everywhere. Vast underground city beneath Giza, the legendary Hall of Records. The story crosses from archaeology, feeds into conspiracy channels, podcasts, primetime panels. It becomes one of the most argued archaeology claims on the internet. And in January 2026, Biondi escalates. In a podcast interview, he says 4 independent satellite operators, Umbra, Capella, ICEYE, COSMO-SkyMed, have now returned what he calls identical raw data of the same structures. His words, 100% man-made. Graham Hancock, asked about it on national television, says the method has been rejected without being understood. Radar experts heard the announcement and fixed on a single number, 2,000 feet. Because in their world, that number isn't controversial. It's impossible 2,000 feet, and 2 groups of scientists who cannot both be right. Sorting that out is this channel. Subscribe before the physics starts. There are real hidden spaces under Giza, just not there. Here's the problem, stated fairly. Synthetic aperture radar is a surface instrument. From orbit, it's magnificent. It maps ground movement in millimeters, sees through clouds, finds buried walls a few meters down in dry sand. Archaeologists genuinely use it, but radar waves die fast in rock. A few meters in ideal conditions, not hundreds, not thousands. Lawrence Conyers, who has spent his career using radar on archaeological sites, put it bluntly, the technology cannot see anywhere near that deep. The images, he argues, cannot be showing what the team says they show. The Khafre team's answer, They're not using radar the normal way. Their method converts tiny vibrations, movements of the stone itself, read in the radar signal, into a picture of what lies below. Sound, not light. An ultrasound of the Earth, taken from space. And they have one real credential on the table. In 2022, Biondi and Malanga published a peer-reviewed paper using this technique on the interior of the Great Pyramid. Real journal, real review. But the underground claims, the shafts, the spirals, the chambers have never passed peer review. They arrived by press conference. Zahi Hawass declared the claims completely baseless. No permits, no excavation, no evidence. Egypt's antiquities establishment closed the door. And the 4-satellite confirmation, it comes from the team itself in interviews. The raw data has not been independently verified by anyone outside the project. One side says, extraordinary structures. The other side says, extraordinary artifacts, not of ancient engineering, but of signal processing. Patterns conjured from noise by the very method that claims to reveal them. Both sides cannot be right. But before you file this under fantasy, there's something you need to see. Because hidden spaces under Giza aren't a fringe theory. They're a documented fact. 1999. Zahi Hawass himself, the man who just dismissed the Khafre Project, leads an excavation straight down a flooded shaft beneath the causeway of this very pyramid. It descends in 3 stages, 30 meters into the bedrock. At the bottom, a chamber with a massive granite sarcophagus resting in groundwater, surrounded by the remains of an ancient cult. He called it the Osiris Shaft, a symbolic tomb for the god of the dead, cut deep beneath Giza in antiquity. Real shaft, real chambers, really under the plateau. You can watch the footage, and the plateau itself is limestone, riddled with natural karst, caves, fissures, water-cut voids. Giza sits on Swiss cheese, geologically speaking. The ancients knew some of these caves. Some have never been mapped. Then there's what the physicists found, with Alvarez's method, perfected. 2017, the Scan Pyramids team, counting muons, heavier cousins of the electron, raining down from space, through the Great Pyramid, detects a void the length of a passenger jet sealed above the Grand Gallery. No door, no entrance, unknown to history, published in Nature. 2023, the same method reveals a hidden corridor behind the Great Pyramid's north face. This time, they drilled an endoscope through a joint and photographed it. Empty, rough-hewn, and absolutely real. So the honest picture is stranger than either camp admits. The pyramids do still hold sealed, unexplained spaces, proven twice in the last decade. The question was never whether there are secrets under Giza. It's whether these secrets, the spirals, the cubes, the buried city, are among them. So where does the evidence actually sit? The case against the Khafre Project is heavy. The physics of radar penetration, the missing peer review, the announcement by press conference, the fact that the most spectacular claims sit exactly where no instrument on Earth can check them. The case that something is down there is thinner, but it isn't zero. A peer-reviewed method behind the original interior work, 4 satellite constellations that the team claims agree, and a plateau that has already surrendered 1 deep shaft, a network of caves, and 2 sealed voids nobody predicted. But unlike every other Giza mystery on this channel, this one has a referee on the way. ScIDEP, an international physics collaboration, is preparing to place muon detectors around and beneath the pyramid of Khafre, the same cosmic ray census that found the Big Void. Muons don't process signals. They don't have podcasts. They either pass through empty space or they don't. Alvarez scanned a fraction of this pyramid in 1968 and found nothing. He always said the job was unfinished. 58 years later, physics is coming back to finish his experiment. The upper claims, chambers in and just beneath the pyramid, will be tested within years, not decades. The deep claims, the 2,000-foot shafts, the buried halls, no muon can reach. Only a drill can answer those. And the ground belongs to Egypt, which has already given its answer. No. So, what is actually under the second pyramid? 30 meters down, a flooded tomb of Osiris. Somewhere in the rock, caves no one has mapped. And below that, either nothing but limestone and wishful thinking, or the largest archaeological discovery in human history, sitting in raw satellite data, waiting for a referee. The detectors are being built, the data is being argued, and the pyramid, as always, is saying nothing. It's in good company. 8 kilometers north, a ruined pyramid holds a granite block with a cut no ancient tool can explain. And a few hundred meters east, the Sphinx is still fighting a 35-year war over its own age. Both of those stories are already on the channel. The Giza Anomalies playlist is where the plateau keeps its open cases. Every generation points its best machine at Giza. Every generation, Giza sends it home with a harder question. If you want to be here when the muon data drops, subscribe. We dig where the textbooks stop